Right on, here we go. X4 Public Beta version 6.0 Beta 1. What is it? What's in it? Let's have a look. All right, according to X4's topic, original topic. Now we're going to spend some time here and we're going to read this, okay? It says, before downloading the public beta version, make sure you read, understand, and agree to the public beta rules and information. Found right here, Egosoft forums. By downloading and installing the public beta, you agree to and abide by these rules and disclaimers it contains. All right, we got that. And then it gives you instructions here if you want to be a part of the beta, how to follow it and do all that good stuff. All right, now, release notes. It says this is a beta version available for Windows, Steam, and GOG Galaxy, and Linux, Steam only. All right, that's important. All right, so now here, ventures. For those of you that don't know what ventures were, it was the ability to send your ship into another player's game. It would do all kinds of stuff and then hopefully come back to you. Now, the way they had it initially set up was very broken, and so most people either turned ventures off, or if they saw another player's ship in the game, they'd shoot them and blow them up. You know how players are. All right, so now it's going to say here, basic online functionality is re-enabled, i.e. you can log into it and out of your Egosoft account from within the game. Cool. You will be able to access any paint mods that are in your online inventory with the same limitations and conditions as before. You will not be able to build new venture docks or send ships on ventures, and you will not see any menus related to this. You will not receive any visitor ships from other players. So what it says here is ventures remain disabled in this version. Okay. Now, the new feature list. This is going to take a minute because this joker is quite literally massive. Now, we're going to hit the high points here and go through it. And so, grab yourself a cup of coffee if you haven't, and let's get started. New feature, updated graphics engine with the Parallax Occlusion Mapping. Oh, excuse me. Reflection probes, enhanced lighting, improved shadows, and more. Jolt Physics engine. It's got a live stream camera mode and a position defense for carrier-led fleets. Okay, now we are going to be checking all this stuff out in an in-beta video tomorrow. When the X4 video comes out, I will have the beta installed, all my mods out, and we'll be checking out some of this stuff in that. So stay tuned to watch it, check that out tomorrow. That should be really interesting. They added new bombardment assignment for subordinates. Command order for ships to attack surface elements of designated targets, which is absolutely awesome. So now you can tell your fighters target a capital ship's shields or its turrets and not just the ship itself, which would come in real handy for boarding and capturing vessels. Added a salvage position to deliver salvage commands for use with repeat orders. That's real cool. Added a self-destruct command for player-owned satellites, resource probes, and nav beacons, laser towers, and mines. Oh my goodness. That is awesome because it gets real wearisome having to fly around and go pick up all these nav beacons and stuff that are no longer applicable, or flying there and just to shoot them and blow them up, where this we can. So yeah, that is going to be awesome. That's a big one. Added more game start information indicating whether they are a tutorial, guided, assisted, or sandbox, and adjusted order. Added option to edit Buccaneer relations in custom game start editor under certain circumstances. Right on. Added player HQ to station design simulator. That's really cool. Added supervised mining missions. Added Ka specific destroyed station missions. Right on. Added extra signal leak missions for factions foreign to station owner, allowing player to earn reputation for vigor and Telati stations and for fallen families at free family stations. Nice. Added a hint for missing research to equipment mod workbench menu. Nice. Added a button to force station build to complete instantly in station design simulator. Okay. Added a visual hint for destroyed ships in transaction log menus. That's handy. Added links to object information. Mappable hotkeys for giving and aborting player squad attack order. That's really, really cool. Let's see. Added descriptions to many of the items in the encyclopedia. That's awesome because there were so many items in the encyclopedia that didn't have a description. That is cool. Distinction between enemies and hostiles in encyclopedia faction entries. Right on. Added distinction between friendly and allies target on monitor. Added more relation perks to factions. Added option to ignore cargo space reservations when setting up trade loops. Nice. Option to exchange captains when transferring crew. Oh, that is huge. That is way cool. All right. The possibility to override faction logo per fleet. Nice. Modified hint to continue game option in start menu. Added mission highlight to transporter room button and other elements. Added some landmark stations to encyclopedia. That's cool. Added a mission arrow towards platform guidance if not on screen. Animation when selecting target. Several new achievements. And a new ultra shadow quality option. Very, very nice. Now they removed logbook entries for received surplus and completed trades. Removed transparent border around full screen menus. Removed info boxes for ships on map. Removed venture inventory from space. Okay. Removed option to turn off save compression. Note, with recent improvements to saving options, this is no longer advisable for normal users, but remains available to modders in a different form. Right on. They improved balancing some terraforming projects to make them resilient against setbacks. Nice. Room variety for certain missions. Cool. Gives seminar conversation a choice. Right on. Placement of data leaks to claim abandoned ships. Now that is cool. Improved dock position tolerance when flying capital ships without docking computer. Improved undocking behavior in certain dock areas. Right, there were some where your ship would just kind of do the wobbly gobbly thing and it was sucked, or get stuck in the side of the station. Improved presentation when sharing transporter room with NPCs. Okay. Improved Zyarth economy to counter it being overrun by Xenon. Affects new games only. That is cool. Improved faction defense stations loadout selection when responding to aggression. Right on. Improved behavior of ships fleeing from attacks. Okay. Improved carrier behavior in combat if all fighter subordinates are on detached assignment. Improved police response to EMP bombs being lobbed at police stations. Cool. Improved handling for tempting war exchange when transport drones are needed but unavailable. That's cool. Improved amounts sold by free traders and miners when only selling particularly across multiple sectors. All right. Let's see. Improved matching of corridors to rooms on Argon stations. Right, that's cool. Improved transporter room visuals. Nice. Improved notification and logbook entry for player owned ships and stations being destroyed. Right on. Improved options menu by making it full screen. Thank you. For those of us that have a hard time reading this little tiny text, thank you, thank you, thank you. Improved high and ultra graphics presets to include screen space reflections. Very nice. Improved dead zone and default input per hours for gamepads by reducing it from 50 to 10%. Very nice. Improved game startup time and time for loading and saving save games. Very nice. Of course, now that's also going to be dependent on a person's system you're playing with and how cut and pick and big your universe is. If you've got an Uber empire, it could take a while for your game to save and to load. So be patient. Stop crying about it. Now, if you've got a brand new start and it takes forever, okay, yeah, something might be wrong, but it's not always the game. Oftentimes, it's a person's system, it's bottlenecking and all that, but I'm happy to see that Egosoft is doing what they can to make that improved. So, fix selected stories in custom game start editor depending on headquarters and staff story state, not resetting when removing HQ story. Fix transport passenger mission spawning president passenger in brig. Okay. Fix player cover ship being owned by Argon doing Zyar's coffin mission of the split story. Fix Dagobus the third trying to escape into his own ship while talking to him on the bridge during trade obstruction mission of Aver's story. Fixed manager's office displaying wrong trophy after completing Arcadian Endeavor story. Man, they have fixed a bunch. Fixed relations between Vigor Syndicate and Ministry of Finance to be actively hostile. Good. Fixed not being able to dock at Keepsafe after it's rebuilt. Man, that is a nice one. Yeah, that was kind of weird. Excuse me. Fixed ships sometimes flying at empty space when attacking large target. Right. Fixed ships sometimes destroying with build storage of destroyed stations. Thank you. Fixed players sometimes being blamed for objects destroyed by hazardous regions. Thank you. I don't know how many times I've got a notification. Your reputation is yada yada yada, because some moron flew into a minefield, but it was my fault. So yeah, hey, that's cool. Fixed capital ships intentionally destroying targets that were directed to disable while assisting boarding operations. I've only had that happen a couple times where my ships actually blew up the ship they were supposed to be. Yeah, that kind of sucked. Fixed police ships sometimes attacking own faction ships if those ships Interrupt investigation. Okay. Fixed illegal activities such as hitting stations with EMP bombs not triggering police response. Okay. Fixed salvagers finding unknown wrecks. Fix stuck doors or non-interactable buttons and panels on platforms after load saving. Okay, I've had that happen a couple times and then have to reload the save again to get it to work. That was kind of frustrating. Fixed NPCs sometimes standing within objects on dock areas. Yeah. Fix word description in trader's menu not updating under certain circumstances. That's a good one. Fix player sector not appearing on map if using spacesuit after hitching a ride to unknown sector. Okay. Fix the drop down to change assignments of all subordinates in a subordinate group, failing to do so. That's very nice. Fix Terran names for maintenance and fabrication bays in Encyclopedia. That one's a good one. Fixed custom logos with uppercase letters in file name not being loaded in Linux version. Right on, that's cool. Fixed paint mods being applied to surfaces they should not be used on. Fixed gap in the dock area of the Earl King. Fixed missing wreck for Atlantis E resupplier. Very nice. And then here we says if you've got a problem is not listed in above fix not being addressed in the patch we may have planned for it in the future one. Note, when switching back from beta to release version, you may encounter problems with the controls. To resolve this, go to the in-game start menu, select settings, controls, load profile, then select the default profile from the list. Alternatively, if you make a copy of your input XML file before starting the beta, you can simply copy this file back into the Documents Egosoft X4 folder. Deleting the file will not solve the problem as it will be restored from the Steam cloud. All right, y'all. So there is, I know I didn't read absolutely every one of these because there are literally several hundred, but I hope that this gives you an idea of how just crazy in depth that Egosoft is doing on this for the 6.0 update. And the Kingdom Boron with the Kingdom M. So, hey, stay tuned for tomorrow, and I will see you in that video. You have an awesome and wonderful day. May the good Lord bless you.